Hey everyone, it's Kimmy. I am Mama on a Mission, and today I have a what sold video for you. And my what sold videos are literally where I show you exactly what is selling for me on eBay, Poshmark, and Depop. If you don't know, I am a 14-year online reseller, and I resell online in order to help support my family. So on these what sold videos, I have a 2-day and a 5-day. So I basically break up the week into two different sections. The 2 days are always a weekend. So Saturday and Sunday sales. I'm gonna make this one a quick one, and I'm gonna get right into the numbers. So for 2 days, I sold $334.89. And my daily goal in sales is $100. So I hit that. And my last 2-day what sold, I did $326 in sales. So I'm kind of staying on course there as far as my goals and what I had previously been doing. So let's break it down into the different platforms that I sell on. eBay is most of the time, what I say is like the winner, the platform that sells the most for me. And there I had 10 sales for $229.89. Posh, sometimes I just don't know. Poshmark only had 3 sales over the weekend for $86 over this weekend. And Depop had 1 sale for $19. And that's where I came up with, that's how I got to $334.89. So pretty much staying on course. I'm fine with those numbers. I hope to maintain those numbers throughout spring and summer. And then I think once summer is done, I will try to ramp up again, maybe try to hit a new goal. But for now, I'm good with that. I will screen share on my computer here exactly what sold so that you guys can see what is selling for me, what it's sold for. And I usually put in a few reasons why I think it's sold. And I have a couple stinkers on this one, a few things that I would not pick up today. So there's always, something to learn, even for myself, seeing things take way too long to sell. And a good reminder, even for myself, like, hey, even if it looks like a phenomenal item, either the sell-through isn't great or they're not selling for a lot, whatever the case may be. So I threw in some stinkers on this one. Let's turn it around here and I will show you exactly what sold. All right, here we go. I'm starting off with a stinker sale. Now, I have always loved doing bras. However, this one took a long time and didn't sell for almost anything. It is a size 42 double D Catherine's underwire bra. Catherine's is a plus size that I have sold for many, many years. I don't know if it was the size or just that Catherine's bras aren't selling very well. I don't think I would pick up another Catherine's bra anytime soon, unless perhaps it was like new with tags, because this only sold for $4.75. And honestly, that's not a whole lot of money. So this is a stinker for me. I definitely need to be careful about which bras I am picking up. This is another stinker sale. This was a retail arbitrage, and that's where you take items you buy new from a big box store. Examples are like Ross, TJ Maxx, Kohl's, JCPenney, those types of big box stores, and then you try to flip them online. Most of the time it's because they're on clearance or discount. And this sat forever. I don't pick up anything Apartment 9 anymore. No. So it's a no on the Apartment 9. I also think the one shoulder maybe have, it's a cute top, but I don't think everybody's rocking this style of like a tropical one shoulder top. But Apartment 9 is a no. And this took a long time to sell and it didn't sell for much. So I would say no Apartment 9. Now, let's get to a good sale. This is a vintage iridescent prom maxi length dress. I put formal, fairy goth, vamp. Look at this tag, you guys. I'm confident it was at least in the 90s, made in the USA. Look at that. The brand was Dollar with this like interesting logo. It was an extra small, which was a very small size, but it had, see this like satin finish? I got a ton of interest on this, and I honestly thought it was going to sell on Depop, but it sold on eBay first. So if you can get that like glossy satin finish, this is like dark romantic. It's the long maxi length, that like glossy satin finish. I do think the little rose accents added like kind of a more gothic, type of vibe to it, dark romantic vampire vibe. And of course, because it's vintage, made in the USA, this was a fantastic sale at $69.80. Here's another brand that I do like to still pick up. It's Prana, Prana. This is a pair of organic cotton straight leg men's jeans in 33 by 30. I do pretty well with Prana. It's basically a bread and butter for me, meaning most of the time it's going to sell between $20 and $30 or in that range. This was like I said, a men's pair of organic jeans, and they sold for $35.30. And I think that's great, especially for a pair of men's jeans. This was another great sale and perfect for the time frame. It's a new with tags Draper James wide leg chambray pants in a size 10. This style right now for spring and summer is huge. It makes perfect sense that it's sold. I did find the stock here. Super cute pair of pants. Again, they were new with tags. The retail was $98. And these are honestly in style right now. So if you find wide leg, chambray, linen, trouser style pants, they might be a pickup. These sold for $41.12. I'm assuming it looks like I had a discount there, 7% off discount. I almost always have a discount or a coupon running. Now, this is a little bit of a different sale for me, but a good reminder for us all that if you have kids or you find a bunch of kids' items like at the bins or at a garage sale for cheap, like a quarter or 50 cents, you may be able to lot them up and sell them together. This only took about 2 months to sell. It was a lot of boys' 12 to 18 months pants. So just teeny baby sizes. I put in some of the brands that were in the lot, Nike, Gap, and Gymboree. I took obviously many pictures of the pants themselves and then the tags. And this sold for $18.99 plus shipping. Again, if you have, or even if you have your own kids' items, putting them in a lot might be a good way to go. Get some money back and get rid of your kids' clothes if they don't fit in them anymore. I already did this one. Boop. I'm skipping that. We're going to Poshmark now. A couple really solid sales. Brooks Brothers 100% wool, size 12. So this is a women's size blazer jacket. Brooks Brothers is a great brand, and it's an expensive brand. If you can find quality pieces, they may be worth the pickup. Like I said, this was 100% wool, and it's a blazer. Right now, the gold tone buttons are pretty popular, and this was a blue color, which is also very popular. So this sold for $32 plus shipping, and that is a great sale. Super Dry, I picked this up at a regular thrift store because the brand I didn't really know of, but it gave me like an urban kind of hip hop, I don't know, trendy type of vibe. It didn't do great. It didn't do horrible. So I don't know if that's helpful, but the brand itself, I think, is like more of like a California, maybe even like a surfing type of brand. So note to self, would I pick this up again? Probably not. It took a while to sell, and it only sold for $17 as a pullover, which is okay. It's not great. It's not terrible. Let's see. The last Poshmark sale is a great sale. I loved this hat. I found this at the Goodwill bins. The brand is Helen Kaminsky. It was 100% raffia, which I don't even really know what that is. I'm assuming some type of straw or like earthy material, because it was like a straw braided hat with a cute little bow on it. And I do think the brand itself, the Helen Kaminsky, did elevate this. So if you just find a plain like straw hat like this, it might not sell for this much. I think the brand did elevate it. And it was in great condition, especially for the bins. Super cute. Again, a great time period as far as being spring, summer. People are looking for hats like this. It sold for $37 plus shipping, and that's great. One last sale here. Here's my Lonely Depop sale. And this actually sold for $19 plus shipping. It's Teva, T-E-V-A. I found these also at the bins, and they were lightweight, so I'm assuming I paid 75 cents to $1 for these. So still flipping it to 19 is okay for me. They had like, this kind of gave me like hippie, bohemian, earthy kind of vibes with this yellow and the kind of like a geometric Aztec print. And maybe that's why they sold on Depop. But Teva, T-E-V-A, if you can get them for a low cost of goods, they're usually a pretty solid pickup in the $20 range. And they usually sell pretty fast. All right, there you guys have it. Another 2-day what sold video. Do you guys get tired of these? I feel like all the resellers that I follow and have followed for many years on YouTube do similar things. Ship with me's, what solds. There's people who do what solds just like the way that I do them. Sometimes I just feel like they become monotonous. However, obviously every what sold is different because I'm always selling different things. So obviously I threw in a couple stinker sales, that great vintage style-based piece, and then some, solid, brand like Teva, which, is a solid bread and butter for me. So 2 days, $334. Check in, let me know how you're doing. Let me know how you feel about any of these sales so far, holding steady. Although I feel like there's a couple of weird things going on, like my eBay has been off, my Depop has died all of a sudden. We'll see what the numbers come out like in the next video, and hopefully I will see you there. Love y'all. Have a great day.